United Rajasthan. We are all assembled here on a historic occasion. I am grateful to all of you for giving me the honor of inaugurating Rajasthan Union. A great responsibility devolves on us today. Let me first of all congratulate Maharaja of Jaipur on becoming the Raj Pramukh in India. Our princes have a tradition not only of ruling but more of serving the people. So the Maharaja of Jaipur, who has so far served the people of Jaipur, will now serve the people of Rajasthan. The Rana Sahib is not present due to indisposition, but we all remember him. Rana Pratap endeavored all his life for a united Rajasthan. Today, we have the honor of reaching that goal. It is a proud day for us. On this day, we facilitate the Raj Pramukh and invoke the blessings of his illustrious ancestors. I thank also other ruling princes who have moved with the times and cooperated with us by their acts of abnegation. I have received some praise for the work done in the Indian states. Credit for this should in fact go to the princes. But for their sincere cooperation, this turn in India's history would not have materialized in such a manner. Some ignorant people may not value their contribution. I have the greatest appreciation for it and feel it is my duty to secure appreciation for it from the whole of India. Not once, not twice, but many times the princes and I have gone over the world trends and the requirements of India's culture and history. And we have come to the conclusion that our present course is only the right course. It's the right one. That is why India's prestige and honor in the world is increasing. If we keep going like this, a bright future lies ahead of us, which will amply recompense those who have made sacrifices today. Wealth and power are not greater than honor. Gandhiji, for example, had neither scepter nor sword nor wealth, but his self-abnegation, his strength of character and his influence were equally significant, and these were equaled by none. Similarly, our Rajas and Maharajas have always made sacrifices for their states and their people. For this, I once again thank them today. With a new chapter is being written today in our history, I also hope that in future they will not be indifferent or uninterested spectators, but will cooperate with us in writing new chapters in history. Let us recall how we slid into slavery and how we emerged from that state. Then let's determine not to allow any recurrence of the causes of our servitude. Mutual jealousies, lack of unity, and narrow feelings were to blame. In such circumstances, even the services rendered in limited spheres were not very useful. Now, for the first time, India is integrated and bigger than ever before in the history. This We have now to consolidate, and our freedom must be made so deep as to be unshakable. In this, let princes and people alike give their best cooperation. Rajasthan is steeped in history. Every stone here has a proud tale to tell. Today, it has to make history anew in a new world. The opportunity is now with us. Let us recognize our duty, our dharma at this juncture. Now that we have emerged and we have also merged big states into a bigger unit, let no small thought persist. Loyalties to Jaipur, Udaipur, Jodhpur, Bikaner, etc. should be sublimited in a sense of belonging to Rajasthan. Then we should be Indians first and Rajasthanis later. Love of our individual birthplace is natural, but the frog in the well can never match for the denizens of the sea. So, we should fill our hearts with the love for India, to which the princes and the people of Rajasthan have pledged loyalty here today. Let us see that this pledge implies the Raj Pramukh, the up Raj Pramukh and the Chief Minister have taken the pledge, not just as their individual capacity, but on behalf of Rajasthan. I too have come to inaugurate this union not on my own. That would be presumptuous. I have gone on behalf of the government of India and as a faithful servant of the country and its people. Now all Rajputana is one, and it is a part of great entity India. Small fortresses and small states cannot defend their integrity at this stage, in this atmosphere, in this environment, in this world. This is the age not of swords, but of the atom bomb. Right now, soldiers from Madras are defending India in Kashmir. Our Commander-in-Chief has also praised the prowess of Regiment of Madras. Let the brave Rajputs, makers of India's history, recognize now that it is a joint concern. None should now separate the rich from the poor, high from the low, princes from the people. I know it is not easy to change centuries-old ways, but then look at the sad fate of countries where vested feudal interests fail to see the signs of time. Just as I have prevailed upon Rajas and the Maharajas with love, persuasion, I would request Jagirdars also to move with times. It is in their own interest. Free India offers grand vistas for advancement. Anyone can improve his status now, but no one can stick to any status just because it was held by his forebears. Let us do willingly what we may otherwise have to do under compulsion. That is the honorable and sensible way. Otherwise, just look at China, a country bigger than even ours. It has bigger population and it is not an unslaved country. See what change has come over the landlords and the rich people there, for better or for worse. We are heirs to ancient culture and noble traditions. It is not meet that we should have to take the recourse to the path of violence and coercion. If we do not give our poor and backward people a helping hand, they will be dragged on us. We should not do such things and not let such a situation arise. Men who bow to other men should be taught to stand erect. Let them bow to God, the Father, and be as brothers to us. Now a word to congressmen. For long years, I have worked as a soldier of the Congress. I still consider myself as a soldier, though many call me Sardar. To my fellow soldiers, I respectfully submit that our only claim to power and authority springs from our having followed Mahatma Gandhi in the fight for India's freedom. Any further and future claim or honor that we find shall also be through a sacrifice for the poor and the downtrodden. Humility is essential. I am pained whenever I find it lacking. Humility is the congressman's first requisite, and because that is the badge of service, our proper place is not at advantage points of power, but at vantage points of service. Who will be ministers and where shall state capitals and other things be located are matters for small people to talk about and write about. Congressmen will be forced and pushed into seats of power if they are true congressmen. For years I never spoke from a Congress platform. Even now I fear to make a speech, lest some unguarded sword of mine should hurt somebody's feelings or interests. It would be unbefitting a servant. A soldier keeps his feet firmly on the soil. He is not afraid to fall. But those who have risen high risk a fall if they are not careful. Hence, those in positions of authority should be watchful day and night. Let congressmen eschew desire for power. Let able workers be brought forward. If it become necessary for us to sit in the seats of authority, let our hands be clean, our tongues mild, and our hearts sound, and our vision clear. Till today, we have been criticizing those who ruled over us. We have cast our onus on them. Now the responsibility is ours, for good or bad. It is awesome responsibility that is developed upon us and your Chief Minister. May God give you the strength to shoulder these burdens. During our fight for freedom, disobedience of unjust laws was a potent weapon. It has unfortunately degenerated and sometimes into a contempt for all laws. Gandhiji's teaching was that only he who follows the laws wholeheartedly is fit to flout bad laws. Our natural inclination should be to respect laws, to strengthen the prestige of the law. Our actions should be such as to win affection of the princes too. Only then the honor and the respect hitherto attaching to them be transferred to us. The duties towards each other of the rulers and the ruled, the government and the people, Raj Dharma and the Praja Dharma, should be clearly understood. The Praja Dharma is to make the poor man's hut his fortress. There he must be safe without need to police, for he is too busy earning his subsistence to go about looking for police help. Rajasthan will be proper and it will prosper only in the atmosphere of security. For congressmen who have lived here, who have spent lives suffering and sacrifice, this is a time for a change. They have to learn to tread yet another path. They have a new task to fulfill. All the potential wealth bidders in our soul, hidden in our soul, has to be brought up, has to bring up, show us that we are on the right path. If we do this job well, there is so much of it that poverty will vanish. But it is a job that requires peace and amity, but not the kind of peace that is maintained by police. We should be able to do it with minimum of policing in the new era that begins today for Rajasthan.